All right, guys, what is going on? Today's video, to me, is a very interesting video, and it's something that I've actually considered doing. Most likely not going to do it, but it is something that can be done. And the only way that I would actually consider doing this is, you know, if my truck went basically full drag mode. But yes, today's video, we are going to talk about how to change your four-wheel drive Ram into a two-wheel drive Ram. And it really doesn't take that much. Very simple things. I want to thank Stuart Clayton, Griffin, High Performance Rams, tuned by Jay, and everything. He actually did this. That's his truck. That's in the thumbnail and stuff. And he's the one who told me how to do it. And he, like, you know, considered, you know, maybe possibly do it to my truck and stuff. But we're not totally going to go over that. And right now, it is freezing out. It is like 10 degrees out. I was actually going to do this video yesterday, but as you can see, we got about 7-8 inches of snow. It was 10 times worse yesterday. I'll send you a picture of my truck right now yesterday. So we're going to sit in the truck. I'm not really going to get a cold start. I'll start it when I'm in there because I just want to sit in the truck and talk about this and tell you everything that's needed and why anyone would consider actually doing this. There's a good reason for it, and some people may not and be like, oh, it's useless, worthless, why would you even buy it? But for me and others, there is, you know, good reasons to do it, but then again, there may be not. So I'm gonna get in the truck, get the heat on in here, and talk about this.
There can't be two Alpha Titans.
Who bows to who?
Kong bows to no one.
The world needs Kong.
There's something provoking into war.
All right, guys, it's actually not that cold in here. I mean, yeah, it's really not as cold in here because the sun's beating down on the truck. Not as bad as I thought. But, yeah, let's get a inside cold start. Maybe you can hear it. Maybe you can't. Let's see. You definitely hear it, probably. I don't know if you can hear it through the camera. So, yeah, I'm going to turn it off in a minute. Don't really need the heat full blast like I thought. So, yeah, we'll let the truck heat up a little bit anyway, and we'll talk as we go. So the point of the video is making your four-wheel drive truck into a two-wheel drive truck. Now, why would anyone do this? Why would you buy a four-wheel drive truck and turn it into a two-wheel drive truck? Number one reason is basically to lose weight if you are racing. That's really the only reason. If you are going to drag race your truck like I do, and you know you have a four-wheel drive truck and you go drag racing, and to me it would make sense, but I don't know if I would do it. The reason I said to me it makes sense is because I race in two-wheel drive. I put front skinnies on the front. I have a 15-inch rear conversion. And it does. It actually makes sense considering I race in two-wheel drive at the track. But I don't, you know, when I'm on the street and I'm playing around the street and having some fun with my buddies or whatever, go light the light, whatever, I use four-wheel drive. And it launches on the street like an absolute beast. Turn this off. Don't really need the heat on at all. So yeah, that would be the reason I would consider doing it. Now, Stuart, who actually did it, it's not that hard. It doesn't take that much to do, but it does take off a significant amount of weight and drops a good amount of time on your ET. Now, I know he did a best of an 11:59 before the two-wheel drive conversion, and I think his weight was like 4,600 with him in it, something like that, maybe 4,650, maybe 47. It's around that area. But you got to realize this, though. When he races, he completely strips out every possible thing, bumper, everything. Like, I mean, it's metal on metal, basically. And he has a Kirky race seat. So that's a big difference to me. I don't do that, and I am not considered doing that. Now, the only way I would consider putting my truck in the two-wheel drive, like I said, if I went straight drag mode and gutted it down to the metal, put a race seat in it, and it would only be basically a drag-only truck, take all that kind of crazy crap to get down to his weight. His weight is about 800 pounds-ish, less than mine, in two-wheel drive. He said he got it down to 4,400 with him in it in two-wheel drive. In a full-size, four-door crew cab, 6'4" bed Ram. Now, that's absolutely insane, the amount of weight that he dropped out of it. Now, the two-wheel drive transmission, what you do to get it, the two-wheel drive. First off, you need a two-wheel drive transmission. I'm not just talking about, you know, just changing, just taking out the front diff and stuff like, I mean, full on completely convert it into 2-wheel drive. Take the front diff out, the front axles, everything that goes into the front. Get yourself a 2-wheel drive transmission. Now, I think you need to take the TCM out of the new your old trans and put it in your new trans. I am not 100% sure, guys. I'm sure there's going to be guys in the comments. Stuart, if he's watching this video, I told him about the video, so he may be able to answer better comments if anyone has any questions on how to do this, if they're actually considering it or want to do it or anything of that nature. So, take out your entire front diff, your front axles, everything. Basically, turn that into 2-wheel drive up there. 2-wheel drive transmission. You can get rid of that transfer case also. Now, Stuart told me you need a 5 or 6 speed cross member bar that bolt to your own cross member underneath. Like I said, I have not done this. I know he didn't really send me any pictures. I have a couple of pictures. Hope you know what I mean, to show you guys, but it's nothing crazy. And you need a 2-wheel drive shaft. But you're going to drop a significant amount of weight, probably at least 200 pounds, I'll say. Probably 250. I don't know exactly how much all the front wheel drive stuff may, and maybe closer to 3. Like I said, it's probably in the 200 to 300 pound range. Now, for me, that would be a significant difference. Stuart went from 11:59, and he's actually beaten my time. NA stock bottom end 5.7 Ram 4-door 11.280. I did 11.283, I think. I do have more mile an hour, obviously. I'm with the blower on. Yes, I have more mile an hour. But he's also, I think, 900 pounds lighter than me, so that makes a big difference. So I don't want to be like, oh, how come you're not running this if he's running this NA? But there's a big difference between all that. But, you know, if I got down to that weight, this truck would be, I don't even know what it would be running. If I got it down to that weight, even with the Zach setup I have, 8 pounds of boost and all that, we would definitely have that mid 10 without even a question in my mind, possibly lower if I can get that weight. But my goal is not to get that weight. My goal is right now is a street strip truck. I like driving to the track. You know, I take all the seats out, gut it, drag, tailgate, spare, all that comes out. The only thing I have in this truck when I race in the interior is the driver's seat. But I like the radio in it, the heat, air, all that stuff stays in. This does not get completely stripped out, carpets stay in. I even leave in the WeatherTech floor mats because I like having the floor mats on there in case people, you know, put shit on the floor, whatever. So that all stays in. I just take out back seat, passenger seat, and center console on the inside. This seat stays. I don't want a race seat. I want to keep my, as I call it, the fat man seat. I like being comfortable when I drive, even when I race. So, and I don't need to get all that stripped out. I've got a blower on the truck, so we add more power, we're going to go faster. That's how I see it. But yeah, changing to 2-wheel drive, like, it's something I have considered. I don't think I'm going to do it, to be honest with you. I like having 4-wheel drive. Another reason it would be better, it would be less stress on the drivetrain instead of going, you know, if I'm racing in 2-wheel drive, I still got to go into the transmission. It's a different output shaft. 4-wheel drive output shaft is different. I sheared mine off, which always kind of scares me a little bit, but that sheared off from wheel hop. It wasn't because it just snapped off. They're rated very, very high, even in the stock 8-speed 4-wheel drive. They're rated very high. It wheel hopped and sheared off. But if I had a 2-wheel drive, I don't think that would have happened. If I was a 2-wheel drive truck in the same exact situation, I don't think, because the way the 2-wheel drives transmissions are, they're just completely different tail shaft. But yeah, you would need, it's just something really cool that I think is pretty good, man. I don't have all the information for you on exactly like everything, but I do know you need, like I said, a 2-wheel drive transmission, 2-wheel drive drive shaft, for a 4-door cab, for a 4-door that is. Or if you are, you know, regular cab, you're going to need same thing, but I guess you get a regular cab, 2-wheel drive transmission. Drive shaft, sorry guys. Yeah, so, you know, what I plan on doing for my, this build on my truck, we're going to build the transmission, and we're going to build the transfer case so we can keep 4-wheel drive, and, you know, once we add all the power, you know, because right now we're not turning it up all the way, but once we eventually do turn it up all the way, I need the trans to hold, because I want to turn it up, you know, 1,000 horsepower. That's what I want eventually when this truck is done. 1,000 horsepower on a race gas, turn it up as high as, you know, not high as we can, you know what I'm saying, guys, but yes. And also, I did get the timing chain set, so that is coming also as soon as we can get to see Steve. We are actually getting that. Steve said we're going to get the entire engine built on the 13th. Like, the entire engine is going to be long block. I don't know if that means he's going to, like, get the blower on. I don't know. He said we're going to get the entire engine built. I don't know if he meant long block or everything. Who knows? We'll see on the 13th. I know he's trying to cram a lot in because it's a couple of weeks away now. It's sucks, but, you know, it is what it is. But Steve's the man, and he's going to get it done because he is the man. So the 4-wheel drive, the 2-wheel drive swap, I thought was pretty good. Because originally, I know a couple of guys that actually just took out the front differential and, you know, ran it that way to lose some weight. But this way is a literally complete swap of 4-wheel drive to 2-wheel drive. Like I said, you got to swap over your TCM. There's a couple things you need. Not much, though. It's a very easy swap. Most of it is actually getting the transmission and taking everything out. And getting the, you know, getting everything out of the old trans into the new trans. So, but yeah, guys, that's what I got for you today. Hope you enjoyed the video. Like I said, I'm sorry I don't have all the information. It just, you know, it came up to me, and I said, hey, let me make a video about this. Most guys that buy their 4-wheel drive Ram is not going to change it into a 2-wheel drive Ram. They would have bought a 2-wheel drive Ram originally and saved themselves a couple bucks. But guys like me and Stuart, when we first bought our trucks, I don't think we originally were like, hey, you know, when we first got out, my plan was to not drag race the crap out of it. My plan was to just, I want to have a nice 4-door, 4-wheel drive truck to drive. As you can see, we get a lot of snow and have some fun. You know, we put a little exhaust on, then things went crazy from there. Why I never bought a regular cab. I like having 4 doors and 4-wheel drive on the street, driving around and having some fun, man. Same thing why people buy Trackhawks and Hellcat Durangos and TRXs and bigger, faster vehicles. I like having a bigger, faster vehicle. It's, to me, this, you know, that's what I like. So, hope you guys enjoyed the video, and yeah, I'll talk to you on the next one. Peace. Smash!